FOG Andrew here, and the coach here from Family Gamers. Welcome, War Gamers, to an exciting, awesome live stream. What's up, guys? How's it going?
What's going on? If you're out there, let us know. So, we were going to do I was going to just do a hobby podcast because, we just going to do that, and then we started talking about it, and then we started discussing ideas about Crisis Protocol and what we're doing and what lists are out there and what new stuff is out there. And I was like, you know what, why don't we just do this online like we usually do? Like, so we're having our discussion, but we should just do the live stream with you guys. So let's see what's up. So what's on the agenda tonight?
Well, we want to go through, first things first, we want to go through some of the Crisis Protocol stuff that has been kind of revealed, like on Instagram and Twitter and all that. So we're going to kind of take a look at that stuff, and yeah.
So how do you want to do it? What do you want to do first?
Well, let's go on Instagram and see.
That would be it. So we're going to try this first time ever. So we're going to share the screen. It's easiest with two monitors. Yeah, awesome. But we don't have two monitors. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. All right. So
all right, look at that. Fancy.
That's fancy. So all right. So you should be seeing this, right? So where are we going? We're going to start with who? With Deadpool, I guess.
I guess we'll do Deadpool.
All right. So Deadpool is here. So here's the model. But what we want to do is we like to take you into the danger room. This seems to be a lot easier to look at. So we're going to look at his card. So
we're basically just gonna and listen, don't get us wrong. We're not masters at the game, but we kind of just want to take a look and kind of see. And I've seen some people talk about it, and I could try to we'll try to figure out some stuff with him. But yeah, I guess let's go through him.
Okay, so he's got a health of 4, moves medium, size 2, threat of 3. He's 3 physical, 3 energy, and 4 mystical, which is weird, right? That's kind of weird that he's a 4 mystical.
Well, I mean, his mind is just so messed up,
I guess, but I don't know how that makes him better against magic attacks.
Because it's not that he's better; it's that they're worse.
Okay, but that doesn't make sense. But anyway,
it makes perfect sense.
After this attack is resolved, the character gains power for the damage dealt. This is kind of the basic thing here. But what's crazy is he's got another one that is 0 power. So you want to go into that one?
So it's range 4 dice attack. On a wild and a hit, he can do the attack again.
Okay.
And it has to target the same person. But then on a wild, I think it's a wild and 2 hits, he can do it a third time at the same character. So you're basically going to be rolling 12 dice if you get all the things. But it's only a 4 dice attack, which it seems like it would be kind of hard to get 3 different or 3 symbols just to do the attack again. I think it's like, I feel like it would be a little tough. So,
hey, just want to chime in here as people pop in. Say hello. What's up? The Kaiser's here. So, what's up, Kaiser? How are you? Glad you can join us. Hope everything's well over in merry old England over there. And I think you're in your 14th lockdown. So hopefully that'll end soon and we can get some things going. But yeah.
So yeah, I mean, for a 0 power attack, that's pretty good.
Yeah. No, that's incredible. And then, but what do you have to get to do bang bang? You know what I mean?
What
I'm saying is like, it's good because it's not easy to get. It's not overpowered, but when you get it, it's pretty damn good.
It could possibly be a free 12 dice attack on a single person,
right?
If you're lucky enough to even get the right symbols.
Yeah. And what's the next?
The other one he has is Dudium Poke. I don't really know what that says. 3 power, 6 dice.
Give me that. Okay, we might be able to get it better.
6 dice, range 2. So it's like kind of his like closer attack. If the attack deals damage, the target gains bleed and slow, which is kind of like, it's like, okay, if you have the power to spend, then sure, I'd say. But
bleed and slow is like, you can only really get rid of one, so that's what makes it powerful.
You could get rid of both. It's just,
but then
then you're just stuck there. But he does have the Merc with the Mouth for 3 power he can spend, and choose an enemy character within 3, and then that character loses 2 power. So you're spending 3 to make somebody else lose 2 power, which like it sounds like crappy to spend 3 to make somebody else lose 2, but I don't know. I think I kind of like that, because I think that would definitely mess up some stuff.
Right.
Like, if you're Black Bolt and it's like, I'm getting ready for the Whisper, which is like what, 6 power?
It's 6 power.
6 power. I'll spend 3 power to get rid of 2 power from you so that you can't do it.
Right. So you're basically, it's kind of like, it's good for Deadpool in the way that he's messing with people. So like Black Bolt's getting ready to do the thing. He's got the 6 power and whatnot. Oh, wait a minute. I removed 2 power from him. So I think it makes a lot of sense,
Then he has I Know Karate, which he only has 2 things to spend power on, which is the attack and then the Merc with the Mouth thing. So he has I Know Karate, which is he can reroll 1 die in its attack and defense rolls, which is like, okay. That's always good. Unicorns, Rainbows, and Sugar Plums Dancing Through My Head. He cannot be pushed or advanced by effects from mystical attacks or enemy superpowers.
That's big.
So that's pretty good.
Not pushing him off objectives or...
He's just chilling.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. He has unicorns, rainbows, and sugar plums dancing through his head. It's hard for mystical dudes to get in his head, because there's just so much stuff going on in there. And he's got healing factor of 2, which is, always good. He only has 4 health, which is kind of like...
But healing factor 2.
Right. But then again, if you're really lucky, you could probably knock him out in 1 hit.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you're lucky, with only 4, 4 wounds.
So let's see what's on his next one, which is, it's a little different. So when he's injured, he gets better. He goes from 4 to 6. Okay, so that's big. That's big right there.
So then he gets rid of the duodenum poke, and gets maximum effort, which is on a wild. Well, it's 4 power, 7 dice at a 2 range, which I like better than the other one. On a wild, he gets Dance Party. After this attack is resolved, the character can advance small, and then after he advances, each character within 2 suffers 1 damage.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And he gains 1 power for each damage dealt in that way.
Right, so that's insane. That's pretty good. So that's not really a beam attack, but it's almost like a beam attack.
Yeah.
But what's nice about it is that if he advances small, anybody within 2 of him. So think about it. It's the character plus a range 2 on each side. So essentially, it's like a range almost. I wouldn't say range 4, but like a 2 plus 1 plus. So let's just say range 4 for sake of argument. Moving up, that's insane. That's like Daredevil's attack. That's
it's basically like an area. It's an area attack without it being an area attack, right? Essentially.
But also, not to poo-poo before you said I love karate, re-rolling 1 attack and 1 defense dice. I know that I've been running the Inhumans and they have that, and it saved my bacon a bunch of times. It really. You know what?
Throw them on the Web Warriors.
Right.
Do something like that. Rolling so much more dice.
Right.
And then he's got all right, now it's serious, which is this character always counts as healthy instead of injured for contesting objectives, playing team tactic cards and special rules, which is great. And I think that Deadpool is a lot better on his injured side.
Right.
So like Black Bolt, he's a character that you want to get him beat up, and then he can flip over to the other side.
But knowing this, the same thing with Black Bolt, sometimes you might not want to get them injured, knowing that this is coming. He's got those two added effects. So so then there becomes the tactics where you're going to do you knock him out? Do you not knock him out? Do you keep him in? Or it's like, all right, he's got one hit left. Do I knock him out now? Do I wait till the first round to change and then knock him out for the round or whatever? If I have the if I have the initiative or I have the priority.
Yeah.
So
I think he's pretty good, and he's only 3 points.
Right.
Which is like,
he's a 3 threat. So he's a bargain for 3, I think.
Oh, without a doubt.
But also 4 and 6, so 10 altogether. But for a 3 threat, and then a healing factor of 2 really, I think, makes a huge difference.
Yeah, he's definitely I can see him being like good on the Web Warriors. Taking him with Gwen and Miles would be pretty deadly.
And what does he move? He moves medium?
He moves medium.
All right. Yeah.
Which is standard. So
he's tanky, but he's not tanky. But he's quick, but he's not quick. It's typical Deadpool.
Yeah.
And I like the commercial they came out with those guys. I really did,
Yeah.
So that's that. So let's see.
Now
let's go back to Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram, if you go back, so the Deadpool pack is gonna have another character in it, which if you scroll up, there he is. We got Bob, Agent of Hydra, which
I will pull up right now. Is it just Bob, right? B-O-B?
Bob, right there.
Right there. Agent of Hydra. And there he is.
So he's got, for 2 points, which I like getting 2-point characters because especially I've noticed in this game, 2-point characters is just...
They're few and far between.
You need 2-point characters.
It always seems like as we're building the lists, and like say we get to the 18 or we get to a 20 or even a 16, and we want to fill out the ranks, we only have right now we only have what, two 2-point characters now?
Black Widow and Wong.
And Wong we haven't used yet because I just finished painting him yesterday, and I'm working on a goblin now. So, but it's hard to get like a good 2-point character. Now he's a 2-point character, but he's not super duper extra tanky or whatever. But he does. It seems like the 2-point characters are pretty good support characters.
Yeah. So
I'll go through his stats. He's a 3 health, moves medium, size 2 with a 2 threat. He has a 2 defense, 2 energy, and then 2, what is that, mystical, right?
Yeah.
And
he's got 2 across the board.
2 across the board. So, and you want to go through it?
So he's got a Hydra pistol, standard attack, 3 range, 4 dice, no power. It's whatever. And he gains a power for the attack, doing the attack, which he definitely will need because he has an attack called Excessive Violence, which is no power, 9 dice, range 4. Now that sounds pretty good, but before we go through that, his superpower, Make It Spicy Bob, is an action for 8 power to give him a loaded token. So basically, he's got to load up his rocket launcher, and then once he has a loaded token, he can, as another action, do the Excessive Violence attack, which is this character can only choose the attack if he has a loaded token.
Right.
So 8 power for 9 dice. Okay. Range 4, so he's pretty far back. Before damage is dealt, all other characters within 2 of the characters suffer 2 damage. Jesus. Okay.
So it's an area attack right there. Yeah.
A ranged area attack.
Right. Well, it makes
which
sense.
is kind of
it's like a missile launcher.
It's kind of like Iron Man. He has that one attack where it's like, okay, if you're within 2, then you're thrown or whatever, you get damaged.
Right.
And then before damage is dealt, this character is thrown away from the target character small. This throw is resolved by the player controlling the target character. Then if this character does not have a daze token, it suffers 3 damage.
Boom.
So it's pretty crazy.
So it is crazy.
So, yeah. And then he's got Hydra tactics for 2 power, choosing another allied character within 2, place this character within 1 of the chosen characters. So you just kind of move them around.
Right.
And then he's got another active superpower, or he's got an active superpower. This character gains 1 loaded token at the start of the game.
That would say muy caliente.
Yes.
You can hear it. So his next one, when we go to the next, is there a next or that's it?
There is, but
there it is.
working.
I got it. Here we go. All right. So the same thing. His stats don't change. He still has his Hydra pistol, excessive violence. I think it's all the same, except
he's got how.
Okay.
Which is if this character does not have an activated token and would be KO'd by having damage tokens placed on it, it gains a dazed token instead. During the cleanup phase, when you would normally flip this character's card as a result of its dazed token, it remains on its injured side and this character loses 3. If at any time this is the only character you control, you'll lose the game. So he basically can't die.
Right.
He's always on the board.
And he's a 2 threat.
And he's 2 points. So that's basically because the excessive violence is you suffer 3 damage from doing the excessive violence attack.
Right.
So you got to gain the power back up, then to try to do it again. So you do it again, and then you'll flip to your injured side, but he just doesn't die.
Right.
He can't die, which is crazy. But he can't. I feel like he can't really do anything with that. I mean, to be fair, he does have a 4 dice attack, and he gains 1 power for doing it. But still, there's like nothing really else he can do without having the 8 power.
He needs to get 8 power. So you got to figure a way to get him some power, like maybe somebody like Wong would be good for him, giving him power, or like if he was with the Inhumans, that give a lot of power. So
I think he's great. I think he seems like a very fun character to use, and he'd be very he would just be very interesting, So
all right. That's cool. So we're going to stop sharing for a second. All right. And we're going to go back to the stream. Hey, guys, what's up? So we got some shout-outs here, and we got some questions. So the Kaiser, what's up? Hello, boys. We said hello to you before. Love the style and font of this. Really has the comic book feel. It does. They found a way to take a comic book game and put it onto the tabletop, which we like. And it was a lot easier to do, I'd say, in a video game. But instead, they've done it into a tabletop game, which is pretty cool. So, Matt, I see you, Matt. We're going to get to that in a second. So I want to say a few things. I'm looking and thinking, how the heck do we make this time to paint another Battlefield as well as the minis? I agree. Getting into another game, but I'm going to be printing up a lot of stuff, so I don't worry about that. I just keep printing. I had to shut the printer off to do this. So, but you're going to see coming. Watch for print and pay. We're going to do a bunch more videos like that. Modeling for Vantage is saying hi, Matt, and then he's saying hi, Kaiser. I like the fact that you guys are know each other and sharing the love. So here's a good one. All right, Matt says just started getting into this game. It's been a ton of fun and seems pretty well balanced. Did they reveal the cards for Mysterio, Carnage, and the other 2 Spider villains? Did they reveal it? I don't know, but Matt, for you, we're going to do it right now. We're going to go into Mysterio. So what I'm going to do is we're going to share screen, and we are going to go into the danger room. I don't know if you guys use
first, let's take a look at Instagram first.
All right, so let's go to Instagram. I'm sorry. See, it's a good thing Andrew's here because he knows how to do the.
Well, Cable is there. I don't know if you want to bother with him, but you know what? Matt demands that we talk about Mysterio and Carnage.
Where are they? Are they here?
Right there.
All right,
Let's do Mysterio first.
On their Instagram, you got Mysterio, Carnage, and the Amazing Spider-Man that we got to. So we're going to be using the Danger Room here, and where are we? Did I miss it? No,
right there.
Mysterio. All right, there we go. And he is in the crime syndicate, right? Is
Yes.
he? Yes. Okay. So let's go. So this is the crime syndicate
and Spider Foes.
He's in the Spider Foes. Essentially, it's the Sinister Six, but not.
They call it the Spider Foes because they'll probably have more than 6.
Right. Yeah.
But I think they have more than 6.
6 guys.
Spider-Man villains. So.
Right. Yes, Matt, we know you demanded it. That's why. So we're getting to it. See, if you could say anything at Family Gamers, we are the giving channel.
Yes.
So I'll start with him. Mysterio is Quentin Beck, his alter ego. He has a 6 health. Moves small, which is it makes sense because he really doesn't have any superpowers. He's just a dude. Size 2. He's a threat of 3. So now he's got a physical defensive 1, energy defensive 1, and also a mystical defensive 5. Now you're going to say to yourself, self, why do I only have a 1-1-5? Oh, well, we'll get to that. So Andrew's going to go with hypnosis.
All right, he's got hypnosis gas. It is a free attack. Okay. It is range 3, 4 dice. After the attack is resolved, he gains power equal to the damage dealt, which is standard.
Mm-hmm.
But if the attack deals damage, after the attack is resolved, the character may advance the target character small. Now, why would he want to do that? Well, because he might want to get the curtain call in action, which is 4 power, 6 dice, range 2. If this attack deals damage, and if the target character is size 2 or less, after this attack is resolved, it may be thrown small. So you could do hypnosis gas to pull him in, and then do curtain call to just throw him out of the way. Then on a wild, the target character gains stagger. So 4 power, 6 dice. Okay, I mean,
for 4 power and 6 dice, that's really well. The only thing is it's range 2.
But there's nothing really he doesn't have like a bunch of superpowers to spend power on. The only other one that he has is tricks and traps, which is for 3 power. When an enemy character ends a movement within 3 of Mysterio, the character may use the superpower. So you roll 4 dice, and the enemy character suffers a damage for each crit and wild rolled. And then if the attack deals at least 1 damage, then this character may advance small. So you can basically maybe do damage and maybe even move for just 3 power on your opponent's turn. So that's not bad. Master of Illusions. These are like his active superpowers. Master of Illusions, when this character rolls dice, after the effect is resolved, it gains 1 power if it rolled at least 1 blank.
Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. I want to take, because so you guys can see it, I want to hide Matt's thing. Sorry about that.
Come on, Matt. All right. So that's kind of like Dr. Octopus. Dr. Octopus gains a power for rolling crits. If he rolls 1 crit, then he gets 1 power. This is if there's 1 blank, he gets a power.
See, that's good though, because he'll need the power for his stuff. So he's kind of a power pig.
Yeah.
But,
But when making a dodge roll, so if a car is getting thrown at him or another character is getting thrown at him, he rolls his mystical defense, which is 5. So that's not bad, and that's all the time.
All the time, yes.
For dodge rolls,
unless.
Well, no, dodge roll was different.
Okay.
So Smoke and Mirrors, when an enemy character targets this character with an attack, this character may use its mystical defense regardless of the type of attack. So if you're hitting me with a physical attack, I get to roll 5 dice, unless you pay 2 power. So if you're attacking me, you would have to spend 2 power for me to roll only 1 dice if it's an energy or physical attack.
So that's pretty good in a way that I was worried about that because say you want to take him out on an attack, and you want to say, all right, I'm going to pay 2 for physical, but my other thing is 6 or whatever, so I'm really spending 8. But when you look here, he actually has 6 health, but with only rolling 1 dice, let's just say you do get the crit, okay, and you roll 2 crits, so you have 2 blocks. no matter what you do with him, let's say you go 5 damage and he rolls, 2, and he still has 5 damage against him, you can really whittle him down. So he'll be really easy to kill, but you're gonna have to pay for it. And most of the free stuff is like 4 or 5 dice.
And to be honest, I was kind of like, ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. And then Hot Dice brought up a good point. He says, like, well, what if Black Bolt wants to do Whisper? He's like, it's a 9 dice attack against Mysterio, but, he'll be rolling 5 dice. Black Bolt only has 6 power. Mm-hmm. So he can do a normal attack and spend 2 power to make him roll 1 dice. So it's like, this like, you got to try to figure it out.
You have to do. And then I know in the rule book, it says that, like, it says, I'm able to look at your cards, or I should ask you, like, hey, what's this? What do you got that? So then the strategy comes into play, and you really have to think about it. You really have to not go nuts with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to really strategize with it. Like we said before, we've said this about Dead Zone, Test of Honor, Mortal Gods, all the games that we really like to play. The rules are simple enough, but the strategy isn't. It's like chess. Chess is very easy. I could teach it to you in 10 minutes. Mastering the game takes a lifetime.
Right.
So with this is now where the strategy comes into play. How do I get rid of him, but he's still got 5 defense? And you think about it, I'm not sure, so don't quote me. We were professing, and we're happy to say that we are still noobs at the game, but I think the 5 defense across the board, technically across the board, is probably one of the best out there.
Yeah.
When you think about it. So, I think he'll be around. So let's see what's on the other side too.
Don't forget he has also got flight and stealth, which is that you can only target him with a range 3 attack, not a range 4 or 5 attack. And
he's only a 3 threat, so that's
he's got a lot of interesting stuff for only 3 threat.
Okay. And now when you flip him over, he does take a little bit of damage here.
He everything's the same except he goes down to 5 health instead of 6. That's the only thing that's different.
Right. But everything's the same. Smoke and mirrors, Master of Illusion, all that stuff, stealth, flight, and everything.
Yeah.
So
everything is the same on there.
Yeah. So that's Mysterio. I'm digging Mysterio. So Matt, I hope that helped. Just for you,
listen. He also demanded Carnage. So
okay.
I think we got to talk about Carnage.
All right, so let's do this. Let's stop sharing. Stop. Please be quiet. Okay, so we're going to stop sharing. And what I'd like to do is I want to shut down some other stuff. I have, for whatever reason, I have everything open on my computer here. But let's get some more comments here. All right, E.S. Taylor, you brought up something good. You should 3D print and the Empire State Building. Maybe not the perfect scale, but a tall building that looks similar. That's a good idea. We got to find the thing. But ES, I don't know where you're at. I've been to the Empire State Building a few times, and like a lot of my students say, that building's mad big. So I don't know. Some tall buildings.
It might go to the ceiling if we want to be scaled with Crisis Protocol.
But I have to say though, that I'm thinking that we were looking at it, and I think it's Corvus Terrain. They have the Sanctum Sanctorum, but then for I don't know, it's like maybe $40. They have a whole Hell's Kitchen. I'm sorry to put you to sleep. Mm-hmm. You have a whole Hell's Kitchen thing with the Sanctorum and a thing on the corner and stuff. So I think that might be the way to do it. I think that might be. But I kind of like this idea. A tall skyscraper where maybe something modular that we can build on each other and we can go up floors and stuff. But that might be cool. Something to do like that. That's a good thing. Matt was saying, I'm sorry. He said he demanded it. So you demanded it and we gave it to you. You ask, we deliver, but you demanded it. So
don't say we're not good to you.
Yeah. So the Sinister Six is maybe wanting me to take the plunge. Spider-Man has some of the best villains in the Marvel verse.
Listen,
old school.
Unfortunately, they have not revealed the cards for Lizard and Kraven, but Lizard's
Yeah.
model is beautiful.
Yeah.
I think that is a day one buy for me.
Yeah,
I don't even care about waiting for a sale.
That's not even a day one buy. That's like we should do pre-order right after we get off.
I think it's Lizard and Craven.
I think so, yeah.
So, and Craven's like cool too.
Craven is.
I wish
you have to be an old fan, because I remember growing up with the cartoons and the comic books, and it was always Mysterio, Craven, the Vulture, Doc Ock, Lizard, the Sinister Six basically, and it was going around and around. And what's the funny part? I don't know, I'm dating myself here, but it would always be like, say, I would read Daredevil, and he would see the Vulture, and he goes, "Hey, what is Vulture doing in this neighborhood? Isn't he a Spider-Man? Spider-Man's villain?"
Yeah.
And they would always say something like that. So it's crazy.
I wish the pack was Mysterio and Lizard, because those are my two favorite models.
But we're gonna get the other four anyways.
That's true.
So it doesn't matter. So we got a shout out. Listen, here we go. OG in the house. Hey buddy, don't play it, but it looks cool. Bill, it's only a matter of time before you start playing it. Hey, Bill, maybe you're the guy who should build a skyscraper for us. I would love to see that.
Wait, look who's above him.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I skipped him. Look at that, as usual. Okay, wish you could be on tonight. Tomorrow, bring the heat. Yes, tomorrow night we will be playing. It will be Hot Dice, Andrew, myself, and the return of the Roy, but
spelled ROI.
To the channel. So maybe we just do a quick update kind of.
We can do a little vlog for you guys.
Vlog hangout. If you want that, we could do that. Just us playing. We're probably going to play Crisis Protocols because we're kind of deep invested into
the new hotness.
Yeah. Kaiser, when do we see the terrain you've been working on? That's a damn good question. Honestly, I've been using a lot of the stuff that we've already used, which is Mantic terrain. We've been using that, and also the battle systems. I backed a Kickstarter, and we've been using that. What's nice about that is that when I bought it, I was originally using it for Dead Zone, which is a 3x3 grids and cubes, but it's really almost like a 4x4 grid. With this, it's a little bit more free. We can go on, but yeah, I'm going to start doing that with that. I do have a lot of, I know you guys can't see the shelf that's here, but I printed a lot of Oriental stuff for Test of Honor, and I don't know, but maybe they might go into a vortex, bringing them back to feudal Japan and something like. You never know. We do have some samurai models. We have 1 or 2 or 500 samurai models that we might be able to use. So we can do that. Let's see. ES said Rhino. Yes.
Yeah. Where's Hobgoblin and Rhino?
Yeah. Well, we got Goblin.
No, I want Hobgoblin.
I know. It's funny because Andrew likes the Hobgoblin better than the Goblin.
Listen. He looks cool. Okay. He is cool. He's a great Lego figure.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Here's a good one too. He was a favorite in the cartoons, the Rhino. Yeah, I agree. I remember he used to, the way they drew him in the original cartoon, the one that Peter Parker, he was a teenager. So when he took off the mask, like, hey man, I got it. He sounds like you in the early videos. And then when he put the mask on, he's like, look here, Rhino. He had this really Broadway deep voice. So it was, back then I didn't know any better, but I loved it.
I don't want Rhino as like he's in like a mech suit, like an armored suit. I want him in the classic Rhino outfit where it's literally a rhino and his head's poking through the mouth. That's exactly what I want.
Yeah.
I don't want no mech suit like in the Spider-Man
or
PS4 game or anything.
Or the I am the Rhino.
Oh, no.
What that movie didn't happen. But in the cartoon, what now you got to help me out here because I don't know about the memes, but the end of the Spider-Verse. Remember when they were, that thing? What is that? Like you're this, no, you're this. Remember
there was a meme of like the old, I think like 60s Spider-Man cartoon,
correct,
where like Spider-Man and Spider-Man are pointing at each other. That was a meme. It was like, you know, when it's hard to explain, like when two things are similar, it's like, you know, then they're pointing at each other. So they reference that at the end of Spider-Verse, which was funny.
So in that, like I was saying, in the 60s cartoon, the Rhino that was in that, if you watch that thing, he had the face and he had the thing here, but his costume was almost like feety pajamas, but they were too big for him. So they were like saggy feety pajamas. And, you know, it was, at the time, you know, we didn't know any better, and we were just lucky enough to have a cartoon. And it was only Spider-Man, and then you'd go to Channel 11 right after Spider-Man, and you would watch Battle for the Planets. I'm just saying. So Matt coming in hot, saying Rhino and Scorpion was also in it, correct? And I don't remember if they made Electro in the 6. I think there's more than 6. It's just the Sinister 6.
There's the Sinister 6, which is your main 6, and then there's the Sinister Syndicate,
correct,
which is everybody else.
Right, so that would be with Electro and Scorpion.
No. Electro and Scorpion are the OG Sinister 6.
Okay.
But Sinister Syndicate's like Shocker and Beetle and Hobgoblin.
Okay.
You know, and where's Sandman?
And Beetle?
Too. Beetle. You don't know who Beetle is?
Well, I know
really?
I know Blue Beetle.
No, that's DC. Beetle is a Spider-Man villain.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I did not. I'm gonna ask Daredevil about that.
He is a Spider-Man.
You know, I tell you, I love the Spider-Man cartoons, but I never really bought Spider-Man comic books. I was an X-Men, Daredevil, Batman. You know, well, you've gone through my long box. You see what I used to collect. So yeah, but out of all of them, Scorpion was my favorite.
Scorpion's awesome.
Scorpion and Kraven. I liked Kraven because Kraven was just a hunter, and he was like
Kraven the Hunter.
But I'm saying, but he was like he wasn't a superhero. He was a dude, you know, that went after and gave Spider-Man what's for. So, you know, so now, yes. Now, here's the thing. Let's see. Comment down below if you know the name of Thor as a frog. Now, it's not Thor. He's a character. And if you've been reading Thor lately, he made a big appearance and he did something else. Then he got his butt kicked at the end. So
yeah, he teamed up with Lockjaw.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
and it's not, well, it was Thor as a frog originally, but now he's just his own.
He's his own character, right? But what's his name? So let's go here. Oh, I'm gonna jump ahead. Kaiser, say I gotta get some sleep. Sending emo coach with a shady proposition. Catch you next time. Well, you know, I like friends in low places, so you fit the bill, brother. Have a good night, man. Thank you for stopping in because I know it's late for you guys over there. All right. So we're going back to this. What is Thor as a frog's name? I agree with the Hobgoblin. He likes the Hobgoblin. Let's see. The classic suits. I agree. And also Hot Dice is saying, if you guys don't know, Fabian is Hot Dice from last week's live stream, but he's working now. So he's probably hiding in a broom closet, texting, whatever. So, and he says Electro and Scorpion also. Yeah, I agree. But it's funny that he knows a lot about comic books.
Oh, even though he hates them.
Even though he hates comic books, yeah. So it's crazy. But let's get back to what we're doing here. And
yeah, because Matt demands it.
Matt demands that we're going to go. So, Matt, if you have a request or if anybody else wants to see something, or we would just kind of plug along here. So, don't start. Okay, I'll start tomorrow when you come over and I'll start rolling dice.
No, he's not going to come over tomorrow now.
No, he's going to come. If we're playing, Fabian Hot Dice shows up.
Well, you know what, though? At least we're not playing Deep Wars. Fabian just passed out in the broom closet. You're going to find him.
His head in the pneumonia. Get it? The pneumonia.
All right.
So anyway, here we go.
Let's do it.
All right. So share. We're going to share our screen right here. And it is
you have to press like 80.
You know what? I'm not doing this anymore. It's crazy. Let's go. Boom. Here we go. All right. So what's going on right here? Let's go to Atomic Mass Games.
So they only showed they showed a trailer for Mysterio, Carnage, Lizard, Kraven, Black Cat, and then the Amazing Spider-Man, which Spider-Man came in the core set, but now this is Amazing Spider-Man, which is he's like more experienced, so he's got like better stuff.
Yes, so the one that they were saying that came in the box, which is not really that powerful, is supposed to be like Peter Parker as he just turned into Spider-Man. He doesn't know how to use his powers. Amazing Spider-Man is him maybe graduated, maybe he's the college one, or maybe pre-Mary Jane, and he's better with his powers. He knows how to use his powers better, so the card is better. But speaking of that, let's look at Carnage here.
Yeah, they really messed up with the with whatever they did with the cards here.
Yeah. So but what we're gonna do?
We'll head to the danger room.
Yep, we're going to the danger room here, and Carnage, that would be C, so that would be up here. And let's see. Hopefully, there he is. All right. Hopefully, you guys can see this. All right. If not, let us know. But you know. So here we go. So here's Carnage. So now, if anyone knows Andrew is not the biggest, but I'd say a huge fan of symbiotes. He just loves anything to do with symbiotes. Isn't that correct? You love anytime there's a symbiote book out. Great. They had a symbiote crossover, which was the King in Black, which was about Null, the god, and oh man, right? Don't you love the symbiotes?
I hate them so much.
I don't know why.
Do.
I don't know why
they're annoying. It's just they're annoying. Now, don't get me wrong.
Go ahead.
I destroyed Fabian Hot Dice with Venom and Black Bolt. So Venom was pretty good in Crisis Protocol.
Right.
So they just annoy me. That's all I gotta say.
But Venom was pretty good in the game.
Venom was good in the game.
All right. So let's go. Carnage is Cletus Cassidy, who we all know is the mass murderer, Cletus Cassidy. He has 7 health, moves medium, size 2, and he is a 4 threat. He's a 5/1/1 across the board. Now, before we get into it, there's a running joke that I know that if everything is a 5/5/5, it's 5 across the board. But I go 5/1/1 across the board, meaning go across the board. If you don't like it, there's a complaint department in your house. Go outside. There's a brick wall. There's a spot on it. Just bang your head against it, and I'll get that complaint right away. But anyway, it's 5/1/1 across the board. So we got symbiote tendrils right here. Andrew's going to go over that.
0 power attack, 5 dice, range 3. And that's not bad.
That's awesome. For a 0 power, that is awesome.
Well, it's not awesome, but it's like
it's pretty good.
It's a good attack at a range 3.
Range 3, 5. 5 power.
After the attack is resolved, gaining power for damage dealt, and then the target character gains bleed. So for 0 power, 5 dice, and they get to bleed, no matter what.
So even if you
if I whiff,
right,
then getting bleed. Then he's got an attack called Maximum Carnage, which is one of the
which was a terrible movie with Emilio Estevez, written by Stephen King. But I digress.
That's Maximum Overdrive.
It was still terrible.
It did have the Green Goblin's face on a truck.
On a truck, yeah.
For no reason. But Maximum Carnage, a really dumb but kind of entertaining story. If you want, you could read it, Fabian, but I know you hate them.
He hates
5 power, 7 dice. It's an area attack of 2. The target character gains the bleed special condition, which so only the target character, not everybody affected by the area attack. But on a hit and a wild, after the attack is resolved, deal 1 damage to each other enemy character within 2 of this character. Okay. That's not bad.
It's an area attack. You know what? That's nothing special. That's, I think Medusa has that.
Here's the thing, though. Is it an area? Because an area attack is 7 dice. If there's 2 guys, I'm hitting both guys 7 dice. But then, do they take an extra one? If the target
after the attack is resolved, the target character gains this. After each attack is resolved, deal 1 damage to every other character within 2 of this character.
So does that mean that they'll just get 1 extra damage if I get a wild and a hit?
You know what?
That's crazy.
But that's very misleading because it says after each attack is resolved, the target character gains the bleed spell. Yeah, so I guess so.
So I guess let's say there's 2 guys. I'm hitting both of them 7 dice each, and then if the one guy is 2 away from the other, or Carnage is 2 away from them anyway, they'll just get an extra
right
hit.
After each attack is resolved, deal 1 damage to each other enemy character within 2 of this character.
Right.
So now hold on. Is it this character meaning Carnage, or the
Yes.
characters that are within the area? You know what I'm saying? So say someone's outside the area, but they're
No,
within...
I think it's within Carnage.
Okay.
So you're basically, if you roll a hit in a wild, it's 1 damage no matter how good the person defends.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
it's after resolve. So no matter what, they're getting that, and then the target guy gets bleed.
Yeah.
So
then for 2 power, he's got
Mhm.
sadistically during the next attack action made by this character. This turn, add 2 dice to its attack rolls,
Mhm.
and then after each attack is resolved, if the attack roll contains any skulls results, this character suffers 1 damage. So that's not horrible.
for 2 power, it's not bad.
I mean, just put him on the Web Warriors and have him hold an objective and re-roll the skull.
Right. And then re-rolling skulls is good, especially if you're hot dice.
Then for 3 power, paint the town red. If this character dazes or KOs an enemy character with an attack during its activation, this character may use a superpower. After the attack is resolved, this character may advance small, remove all damage from itself, and then makes a symbiote tendril attack. That is ridiculous. So I can daze you,
right?
Move small, and then attack somebody else. That's insane.
See, that's the thing too, because this game is very stingy with activations and stuff. You're only getting 2 activations. Sometimes you have to knock off a lingering, like a bleed or something like that, an effect on you, and to be able to do more than that, more than 2, basically getting a free action. I mean, you're paying for it, but it's crazy. But yeah, that's really good. The next one is arch nemesis Eddie Brock.
So Green Goblin has this too, arch nemesis, but for Peter Parker. For Carnage, when attacking Eddie Brock, this character may modify or re-roll skull results and may re-roll any number of attack dice. At the start of this character's activation, if there is a non-dazed enemy Eddie Brock within 3 of this character's first action must be an attack action targeting that Eddie Brock if possible. So that's like, if your opponent has Eddie Brock.
Yeah, this is just one of those fun things they put in. I always like stuff like this.
Yeah.
When I was on the Dead Zone Rules Committee, I wanted to do stuff like this, like like when the Marauders face somebody or something like that, but it always got knocked down by someone. But I always like stuff like this, like a condition of the game. And it's just like, it just so happens I'm taking Venom. Oh, well, I'm taking Carnage. So, and then I'm taking Peter Parker. Well, I'm taking Venom. So I love stuff like that. I love stuff. It makes it flavorful. It sticks within the comics. It just makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah. Then he's got symbiotic serial killer. When this character is attacking, the defending character does not add dice to its defense roll for crits.
I don't like that at all.
I love that. That's great.
Crazy.
Man, I hate these symbiotes, but damn. Carnage is pretty good.
Yeah. Man.
And then he's also a wall crawler.
And he's a wall crawler.
Now, on his injured side, nothing changes. It's exactly the same. There is nothing that is different on there.
No. He does. I'm sorry. He's got 14 wounds altogether.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
And
so everything
he doesn't have 5s across the board because you can't use your physical defense, which is keeping in line with symbiotes because sonics and stuff like that affects them. You know what I mean? So makes sense. So there's nothing he can do against energy and mystical attacks. He's only rolling 1 dice.
Right.
But physical attacks is 5, which is
that
really
means,
good.
That means you have to take somebody with energy, with mystical, to go against somebody like Carnage, because you're not going to do anything to him otherwise. I mean, 5 defense, you can get through it. I mean, guys, we've lost guys that have gotten through it. I'm sorry to put you to sleep. But but everything stays the same. And wall crawl is also good because that means it makes sense.
Just throw a wall crawler on him, you know?
So, all right. So let's do this. Let's get back to the StreamYard. And let's talk to some people here. So here we go. Fabian said, "Don't start." Is that
don't start what?
Because we revealed the fact that he hates comic books.
Don't start what? Believing?
Yeah. No, don't stop. So I'm walking and listening, and
don't
start to reveal Sin cards today. Don't Sin's card. Maybe we'll get to that. And then we mentioned the game that we're not going to mention. So he fell asleep. He agrees with Andrews on the symbiotes. Venom and Carnage were enough. I like the symbiotes. More symbiotes, the better. Keep bringing them. More symbiotes, the better.
No.
All right. We have the First Lady of Wargaming here. It's an excellent and terrible movie. You like that? She wants to know what I missed. Better to be a minute early than a half an hour late. Or better be half an hour early than
all right, so anyway, next comment.
Yes. So it's an actual terrible movie. Yes, it was. And also power creep. I don't know. In this game so far, I don't know because it's pretty well balanced. Missions are balanced. You could take a heavy hitter thing. There's always two types of missions. One is always an objective mission. Another one is always a acquisition mission.
Acquisition?
Yeah.
Extraction.
Extraction. You can call it whatever you want.
Pick it up.
You pick it up, but then you acquire it. So then it would be an acquisition. But they can call it whatever they want. So that's that. So let's see here. Black Cat model might be one of the coolest models ones they're coming out with. You know what?
Matt, have you seen Lizard or no?
Yeah.
Lizard is the best thing I've ever seen.
I don't know. So let's see. It says I've only played 2 games, so I have no idea about the characters. Carnage sounds way better than Mysterio for 1 extra point. I agree.
Well,
I agree. I think I like Carnage.
Well, not if he's going up against Captain Marvel.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Or Black Bolt. Or Strange.
But then again,
or a lot of different characters. Mm-hmm. But Mysterio, I think, is a little better because he's, number one, he's cheaper, and number 2, he messes up other people by having them making other people spend 2 power.
But then again,
to do the 5 defense.
See, but then again, Carnage is a glass hammer where he's going to hit you hard, but you can really knock him out.
Yeah.
But then again, he's coming with 14 health.
Right.
So, you got a lot of, a lot of things with him. Thanks for reviewing those calls. Really appreciate it. You're welcome. Anytime.
Well, you
demanded it. So I don't even play the game. Just wanted to see 2 of my favorite peeps. I appreciate that. We always like you being around, Daria.
What do you mean? Jack isn't here.
Well, 2 of our favorites. Jack has moved to 3rd. That's the way it is. We have moved up in the rankings. We appreciate that. That's the way it is, man. So, let's see. What is Matt? Matt's yelling at us here. Lizard model is awesome, but come on. Black Cat is like the Matrix ducking bullets. We're going to look at that right now, and I got an issue with that. So let's do some screen sharing. All right, we're going to share right now. And it takes, it's like 80 buttons I got to press. So here we go. So where is the Black Cat? She's
Black
up top.
Cat is not on there.
She's not on here?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Really?
I don't think they've revealed her stuff yet.
No, she was in the
She was in the trailer, but they didn't show her on Instagram, and her card is not on here. But what I do want to do is
the card's not on there, right?
Her card is not on there.
Because they haven't revealed the card
But
yet.
What I do want to do is if you scroll up.
Okay.
Keep going.
What are you looking for?
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. All the way up. Come on. Okay.
You said all the way up.
No, go down. Go to Viper. They put in Madam Hydra, which is Viper, and Sin, Red Skull's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Some weird characters.
Obscure.
Yeah, like obscure characters.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm interested in is it worth it to get these obscure characters?
To get Viper and Sin. Now they come together, right?
They come together.
Okay, so should we go over Viper first or Sin?
Well, let's go over Viper first.
All right,
because
so she's right here.
I don't see Sin's card on Instagram, but it is on Danger Room.
Here we go. So this is Viper. Isn't she? That's not Madam Hydra, is she?
Yeah, that's Madam Hydra.
She's Madam Hydra. Okay, so I'm right. So, do you want to give a little history about her or no? She's just
I honestly cannot tell you. I really don't know too much about Madam Hydra. I saw. I was like, Viper. Who's Viper? Oh, it's Madam Hydra. Okay.
Madam Hydra. So she's Ophelia Sarkinson. That was pretty good. I think. Okay, she's 5 health. Moves along. All right, moves along. Size 2 at a threat 3. All right, so a long moving threat 3. Okay, is pretty good. It's pretty good. She's got 3s officially across the board. Okay, and she's coming with 3 attacks, 2 of which have 0 power. So she's got the Poison Blade. What is the Poison Blade?
0 power, 5 dice. Not bad already.
Yeah, I like it.
For 0 power. I know we were talking about Carnage at range 3, but
it's a range 2.
Range 2.
But it makes sense because it's a blade.
Yeah.
Okay.
But still, like, you know, for a, like, you know, a free attack, and that's it. It's you know, it's okay for a 3-point character.
Yeah.
So
we can kind of start to sum it up a little bit. So like basically for every wound she gives, she's gonna, for every damage she does, she's gonna get a power, and then if you do a wild,
you get a poison. You get poison special condition.
Poison is annoying.
Yeah,
poison is very annoying.
Then she has Assassin's Pistol for 0 power, 4 dice, range 3. After the attack is resolved, this character gains a power,
which is nice because you do a power. You do it and you get 1 power for nothing. For free,
even if you whiff.
Right.
Then on a wild, then the target character becomes stunned. So that's not bad.
And stunned is annoying too. You know, the conditions in this game are annoying.
Yeah,
they really
are. Then she has Viper Strike, which is 3 power.
Yes, this one I like.
6 dice, range 3. After the attack is resolved, place this character within 1 of the target. And then Venom on a wild, the target character gains slow and stun.
Right.
So for 3 power.
So you have to get rid of the stun automatically.
Honestly, I'd rather just get her up there and do Poison Blade. It's only 1 die less.
You know what though?
For free.
You know what though? You can do the Poison Blade and then do the Viper Strike. Yeah. Or you could do Viper Strike and then do the Poison Blade.
Well, you can do the Viper Strike. Let's say you're at 2 power, you can do the Assassin's Pistol, gain a power, and then do Viper Strike to get the 3rd one, and then do that.
Right.
Then she has.
So just real quick, all 3 of her base attacks: poison, stun, and slow. They're going to do either one. What's great is that though. You know, well, you have to roll a wild on it, but still.
Yeah, you got to roll a wild on each of those things.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Then she's got 3 superpowers. Displacement Ring for 2 power. You can move her 2 of her current position. Then she has Stealth, which is the characters must be within range 3 of this character. So like Mysterio. So you have to hit her at a range 3 or less. It can't be 4 or 5. So I'm kind of like, she's kind of whatever. Like, she throws those special conditions on you, which is annoying. And I think that's kind of going to be her, like the draw of taking her for only 3 points.
Yeah, because she's cheap and she's pretty good.
Right.
And what's her wounds? 5 wounds?
5 wounds.
That's really, because for like Black Widow is 2, but she's only got 4 wounds. And, you know, to have that 1 extra wounds, I've run Black Widow, I think 5 times. And every time it's that 1 wound, like with like, you know, like she has 1 health left and I roll great, but I have that 1 damage and like she's always gone. It's so annoying. So, you know. Then
she does have a superpower called Coiled Serpent for 2 power. When
this is a reactive one.
Yeah, when the character is targeted by an attack within 2, instead of rolling dice equal to its defense, it rolls 5 dice instead.
Okay.
So for 2 power, you can just roll 5 dice on your defense, which is great.
That's great.
But if this character suffers no damage from the attack, after the attack is resolved, the attacker suffers 2 damage.
So you roll your 5 dice, you get them all. You do a super save, get a few crits, roll them again, and whatever, and you totally get it. They suffer 2. That is fantastic. So that is
very dangerous.
For 2 power, this is it. So you got to get her at long range so she doesn't use this.
Yeah.
Because think about it, right?
But
she might be able to put somebody out, for no reason.
but you have to be at range 3 to attack her anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's range 2.
She has stealth.
It's range 2, which is only.
So I'm saying you have to be at range 3, like between 3 and 2. You can't be closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But then she has displacement ring, and then she has the Viper Strike to move her in.
Right. But you know what though? You know what it is too. First attack, you get the same amount of power dealt. The second attack, it's
you just gain 1.
You gain 1. So, but she's kind of a power pig here. She's going to be taking a lot of power.
Yeah, for only 3 power, and she's exactly the same on her injured side. Mm-hmm. But listen, for 3 points,
really good.
I think she isn't bad. I'm very surprised. I was reading through her card. I was like, she's kind of whatever, just throwing these annoying special conditions on you. But then Coiled Serpent just completely sold it.
And now she's in the Cabal, right? With her.
She's probably in the Cabal.
Yeah.
It doesn't say on here.
No, I think she is though.
Yeah,
I think, but don't quote me on it, but I think she is. So, all right. So let's we'll stop sharing for a second, and we'll go back to StreamYard. Lizard is awesome. Was his thing up there the whole time? Probably. All right. So let's see what's going on here. Let's see. 2 of LMO. You all podcasted together. It's a family. That's true. But if it wouldn't be a family if we weren't busting Jack's ball. So just the way it is. That's the way it is. And then bringing in another game here. Speaking loosely of Dead Zone, I got my Thorgrim and Bursters. That's very good.
I've never heard of Dead Zone.
The Thorgrim are great. I will say that the rule, the Thunderstrike was written by somebody who likes to write rules for Dead Zone. It's one of my favorites. And the Bursters are my second favorite plague model. Number 2. First is the stage 1A, but then the second one is definitely the Bursters. I love them. The way I painted them, I don't really brag about my painting. I think I'm an okay painter. No, I don't really brag about it. I don't, Dick. Mm-hmm. But you ever paint something and you're like, wow, I'm really happy with the way they came out. And the Bursters really were great. And I love those models. And now they're getting better. And in the new book that's coming out, they had an update in FAQ with the acid spit and stuff, and they're really good. They're a solid unit for Dead Zone. They really, really are. I do really like them. So and she agrees. Yes. So sticking with the Viper, the Viper theme. So let us go to. We are going to share the screen.
Let us quickly go over Sin.
Okay,
real quick. It's not on Instagram.
It's not.
No.
What?
It just was revealed.
Oh, okay. So, I'm sorry. And Sin, where is she? Is she on here?
Yes. Right there. Top.
Boom. And she's in the Cabal.
Yeah.
So if you don't know who she is
the you can take her as the leader of the Cabal.
Okay.
Also.
So she's gonna come with a leadership thing. If you don't know who she is, she's Cynthia Schmidt, Fraulein Schmidt, who is
Red Skull's daughter.
Heinrich. What's his name?
I don't remember.
It's Herr Schmidt though. I mean, I call him Herr Schmidt, because that's like Mr. Schmidt. So she is a 4 health, medium, size 2, another 3 threat. Okay. She's 3/3/4 across the board. And
by the way, this is our first time looking at it too, so I don't even know anything.
I think it was revealed today.
This. Yeah, or just now because I didn't even. Yeah, Fabian mentioned something.
And I know we're using the Danger Room app, so I mean, we use it to build our lists and stuff. It's pretty good. I don't know who made it, but that's the way it is. Now, just looking at an overview as I'm looking. Her 2 attacks take 4 power each, so she's a power junkie. But so this is cool because we've never watched her before. We've never looked at her before. So let's check it out. So automatic pistol, yep.
Range 3, 4 dice, 4 power. Mm-hmm. That might, I don't know, that
Well,
that looks like
hold judgment until we read the whole thing.
No, I'm saying it looks like that. Like, how can that not be a mistake for 4 power?
Or maybe they're messing with us. Who knows?
Atomic Mass game or they're watching it now and they're messing with us.
Yes.
But anyway, after this attack is resolved, this character gains 1 power.
That's weird. Only 1. Okay.
Well, that's why I'm saying it's probably a 0 power.
All right.
attack.
So let's see what rapid fire is.
Rapid fire. After the attack is resolved, this character may make 1 additional automatic pistol attack. The attack must target the original character, and then you can't use rapid fire again. So you could basically attack with that.
For 4 power, you're going to do 2 shots.
Right, but there are other characters that have that already. So I don't think it's I don't think it is 4 power.
But hold on. Maybe it is because this is a guaranteed for 4 power. You're shooting the gun twice. The other people that have it for 0 power or whatever, you have to roll. And actually, I don't know if it's 0 power.
I think Punisher has it, and it's just like free attack. I don't know, but also then again, you're going to tell me
usually to do it again, you have to roll a wild.
But you're going to tell me that for if that is for 4 power, I'm never taking her because she can't do anything in the beginning of the game.
Correct.
So she doesn't have a free attack to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's the case. I think that's got to be a typo.
I agree. Maybe.
Because how can you not? Everybody has 0 cost attacks. Even Bob has, his pistol that he can just shoot.
Well,
everybody has either a strike that's free or, something to gain you the power.
A 0 power, yeah.
Right. So that's why I'm saying I think that's a mistake.
But I do see it like that you could do something twice. After the attack is resolved, this character may make 1 additional
but look at
automatic pistol.
Look at Deadpool for 0 power. If you roll the right things, you can roll 3 times.
But she's not rolling anything.
Okay, but even for 4 power, I would never take her.
Well, let's see. Let's see what's next.
So she has Make It Personal, which seems like that this would actually be 4 power. 6 dice, range 2, insult to injury on a crit and a wild. After the attack is resolved, this character may make an additional Make It Personal attack without paying the power cost, and the additional attack must target the original target character. And is that a mystical attack instead of its normal type of attack?
Hold on. Let's see.
It looks like an eye. It looks like it's
maybe it's mystical. Look, we're gonna assume. Don't quote us.
Instead of its normal type, and this additional attack does not have the insult to injury special rule. See, now that
is worth 4
I would
power.
spend 4 power.
It's only 2 range though.
Yeah, but I would still spend 4 power to do that instead of the other one.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm. So then she has now Red Skull's Cabal ability is basically whenever an allied a character makes an attack, you gain a power just automatically. Any attack, no matter what.
Right. It's not that strong.
Yeah, but it's.
But you can gain 2 power if you make 2 attacks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
her new one is called Red Mayhem for the Cabal. Mm-hmm. During the cleanup phase after scoring VPs, roll a die for each objective token contested by an allied character. If the result is a crit, wild, or hit, push each enemy character contesting the objective token away from the objective small.
Okay.
Roll a die for each enemy character holding an asset token within 2 of an allied character. If the result is a crit, wild, or hit, the enemy character drops 1 asset token of your choice. So that's pretty damn good.
So far, Make It Personal, I like. Okay.
This I like.
Maybe she's not really, she's more of a support than like say like a tank. She's more of a calling shots from behind the scenes, I
don't know. Let's see, because for 2 power, you could do a hit and run, which is an action, and this character makes an attack action followed by a move action, like Bullseye has that.
Right.
So, that's the thing. I think Rapid Fire is free because you're not going to spend 2 power to do a 4 power attack.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Unless you spend 6 power altogether.
Mm-hmm. But now, hold on a second. So this character makes makes an action followed by a move. does that mean that if you do the first one here, an automatic pistol, for 6 power, you get to do it twice and then run away?
Yeah.
Right. But
I don't think that's 4 power.
I don't know.
If it's 4 power, why would you ever use that attack?
Well, I'm just saying for 6 power,
if you're going to compare automatic pistol to make it personal, I'd rather get in closer to roll 6 dice instead of just doing. If we're going to compare the attacks, I'd rather just spend the 6 power, get in close, spend this 4 power, and do 2 extra dice.
Right.
There's no question.
Okay.
And then maybe do it again. That's why I'm saying that, like, I really would be very surprised. I would be shocked if the automatic pistol is 4 power. Also, why would an automatic pistol be 4 power?
Right.
You know?
Range 3.
Doesn't make sense.
4 power. Yeah.
Partners in crime, a reactive
That's a 0.
attack.
That's a 0 power.
That costs 0 power. At the end of this character's activation, if it is within range 4 of an allied crossbones, this character may use a superpower. If the allied crossbones does not have an activated token, he may activate before your turn ends.
Oh.
Okay.
So, because he's in the Cabal. So
you want to team them up.
So they're like going steady right now.
I guess so.
Yeah. All right.
Then she has Heir to the Wicked when this character is damaged by an enemy or allied effect. After the effect is resolved, if it is not dazed, it gains 1 power.
What?
And then she has Stealth also, which we've talked about.
So wait, real quick. When this character is damaged by an allied effect, the effect is resolved. It is not dazed. She gains 1 power. So anytime she's really attacked, she'll get 1 power on top of the wound powers, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, not bad. So let's go to.
She's exactly the same, except she has 6 wounds instead of 4.
So she goes up to 6.
Yeah.
And this is still 4.
Everything is the same. Yeah.
Okay. So let's go back to here. All right. Yeah. So that's it. Let's see. What is Dario saying here? So I kind of like that you all evaluate as you read the card. It creates a fun discussion of what, oh, why would they do that, and so on. It's great banter.
That's what we're trying to do.
That's what we're trying to do. Because if anything,
and it's working.
It's working. Well, if Dario approves, she's the first lady of War Games, so therefore,
yes.
So that's high praise coming from Dario. But I think we're going to cut it here because it's been over an hour.
Yeah, there are some other things on there which we might do in another live stream or another video. So, stay tuned for more Crisis Protocol stuff. But,
and if you're watching this, and you guys are, obviously we appreciate the guys that are here live, everyone that's here live. But if you have any questions, do it now because we're gonna kind of wrap it up. But we want to talk a little bit. So tomorrow we're gonna be playing some Crisis Protocols. We got three guys who are playing, 2 that are good at the game, and Hot Dice. And then Ryan, so he's going to probably learn the game tomorrow. So we can kind of vlog it a little bit and just put it out. Just one of those things we just put out, like not too crazy editing, just talking about what we're doing.
Yeah.
So if that's something you'd like to see, let us know. We really want to. We'd like to do a battle report eventually, but we're still,
I think we kind of got the main core concept.
I think we got the core concepts, but the strategy wise, but it's good. You know what? The whole point of us doing battle reports at the beginning was to put out stuff. Like, let's just say for argument's sake, Legion. We played a few games. We played Legion for a while, a few weeks, and then we did our first battle report, and it went through the roof. I mean, it went through the roof. We had a lot of views. It was really good. We got a lot of likes, and we got a fair amount of dislikes with it, which I don't understand. Like we say at the beginning of the video, especially we said it at the beginning of this stream. We don't profess to be experts. We're going to be giving you a little bit of content, but if you're a player of the game, and now I've done this because I don't profess to be the greatest Dead Zone player, but I know that I have a really good handle on the rules. I've watched other battle reports say, hey, you know what? I really enjoyed the battle report, but, you messed up this. You should have did this. And I've done it too. We've done it a lot of times. Like, we know Dead Zone pretty good, and we you mess up the rules sometimes. That's just the way it is, man. That's just life. You know what I'm saying? But as a community, I could be like, hey, you're a dick. Should have rolled 6 dice. Why'd you roll 5? You're so stupid. Thumbs down. I've never done that. I don't really ever think I've ever thumbs down the video, because no matter how bad it is, if I'm watching a video and it's terrible, I just won't watch it. Or like if it's somebody I really like and it's terrible, I'll say, all right, nice job, guys. Because we know what it's like. I mean, if you look at some of our older videos, we were like, man, we're doing really good, man. And we look back at it now like, oh, Lord, we can't. So I think we've come a long way in making the videos. And we hope that you guys enjoy them, but a lot of effort goes into them. Like, oh, well, you said you're going to do this video. Where is it? A lot of stuff goes into those videos that, that we do. So when you thumbs down it, just pat yourself on the back and say, I'm a dick. That's it. So, if you ain't got something nice to say, then don't say it. But that's the way it is. So let's see. Fabian said low blow. Is he talking about his dice rolling?
I think so.
Yeah. So that's your fault, Fabian, with those bad dice. Daria saying that if you film it, I will be there. We know that because you're always there. And she says she still loves Fabian. I'm glad somebody does, because, he needs the love right now. So, but that's it. But, hey, appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We had some really good questions and stuff like that. We got to do Matt's request, which I think was a big deal. So
because he's demanded it.
So once you demand it, so do me a favor. You want to throw some comments up here, and if you like this and what we're doing here, just let us know. We want to know. But
hey, Hot Dice is being mean.
All right. So what we're gonna have to do is
we're gonna have to kick Fabian.
Yeah, Fabian, I'm sorry. Oh. There's a button here that says put the user in timeout. We might have to do that. All right. And Matt says haters are going to hate. That stuff is worthless noise when people do that. No, I know. And you know what? It really doesn't bother me, except that sometimes we put a lot of an exorbitant amount of effort. We should tape ourselves doing it
behind the scenes.
It's almost like we're sitting here going, what font should we choose? And it takes sometimes a half an hour to choose the font to put in a video, like a thumbnail, or I want to put it in blue and I like this blue. And Andrew comes in and goes, no, it's this blue. No, and then we start moving around. Next thing you know, the thumbnail takes us a half an hour just to make. And that's just thumbnail. Don't even get me started about picking music. It's crazy. So,
yeah,
that's it.
All right, guys. Well, and that's it for this live stream. Hope you guys liked it. Comment down below if you're watching this afterwards. Mm-hmm. And we usually, we will be streaming every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So stay tuned every Wednesday night. Hang out with us. We'll be having discussions, and Coach might be doing painting stuff. And
we'll be doing something.
Doing something every Wednesday night. Yeah, so stay tuned.
If you guys want to just come hang out, if you really want to hang out, where should they go?
Oh, well, they should go to our Discord server, which is linked in the description. Go check that out because we have a lot of discussions in there. And check out our Patreon page as well, linked in the description. It helps out the channel, helps support the channel and stuff like that.
And also, what's great about Discord is I like waking up in the morning, and guys that are at different time zones and stuff, you wake up and there's 30 comments, and I'm like, oh, well, we're talking about this, and then you start, So it's pretty good. It's like the old AOL Instant Messenger or message boards and stuff. Real quick, before we go, I'm sorry. Mini Warmine, I'm a big fan of this guy. I demand you to have a great rest of the week. Great channel. I will watch the rest of this later. Take care, guys. Thanks, man. We appreciate that. We really do. When we get comments like that, though, Matt, we agree with you. Haters are going to hate, and we don't do that. It doesn't bother us, but when we get the praise and stuff, it really makes us feel good. It really does. It makes us happy, and that's why we do this. And just for the record, we really do love Fabian Hot Dice. We do love him. He comes over tomorrow, Fabian. I'll be grilling, so don't worry about it. And Matt, you have the final word, Matt. Ready?
What is he demanding now?
Matt says, keep up the good work. See you guys later. Yes, Matt. See you guys.
He demanded it.
He demanded it. So we'll see you in the next one. Be here next week. This one, where is it? It's over here. Somewhere over here. Where is it?